Good morning, everyone. Welcome to another live session. This is your host Saksham here today with us. We have Gautam Mazumdar. I probably need not give no introduction. All of you have been waiting excitedly for it. Uh, Indian introduction will probably be a disrespect here. So quickly welcoming Gautam sir as well as Bijay sir, who has been leading this entire uh, pre-webinar division where he is trying to bring you the best of best people, and they have agreed to do it. For example, with Sir today, has Gautam has agreed to do this completely for you guys, and just at a request of Vijay. So bringing in Vijay and Gautam
Hello.
too. Hi, sir.
Hello.
Hi
Hello, how are
Bijay,
you all? Hello, sir, how are you?
just fine. Hope you are
Thank
fine
you from
also.
everyone's side for agreeing
Good
to
morning,
conduct this
Sharma.
webinar.
Shaksham.
Gautam da, thank you from everyone's side for conducting this webinar on a
It's my
Sunday.
pleasure. It's my
Yeah,
pleasure. Rather,
we
I
are
would thank.
spoiling.
Rather, I
We are
should be
spoiling
thanking
your
you to
Sunday.
give me an opportunity.
No, no, Dada, we have learned from you a lot. And you know, I am your student also, and I am a student of your student also. So
Okay.
it's like a double crew. It's a
Okay.
nice thing. I will be also learning this MSCD because I have not used it till now. So very eager to learn, and I know it will be a super session for the next 1.5 hour. Abhi, now you can take it forward, Dada.
Well, fine.
Definitely.
First of all,
Uh,
a brief introduction about myself. Hmm. Well, I am Gautam Mazumdar, and I obviously have a very good shiny plate on the top. That's the first thing. Second introduction is I'm around 56 years of age and 73 is my body weight. I believe that should be enough because we all are students of stock market. Let's begin. Let's focus there instead of wasting time. So, a quick what I'm trying to do right now is something like this. Today, we'll be discussing MSCD histogram and divergence. As I told you about myself, and for you can find me doing blah 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 on Twitter at Gautam_ICMA, and chatvideo.com is my website. Well, before starting this MSCD, let us take a few seconds off to the person who formulated, well, perhaps invented as well, to the person, Gerald Apple. He passed away due to old age in last year, and he has authored 17 books on investments and trading. Well, you can say it this way: he is perhaps the guru of all technical analysts, our modern technical analysis. My pranam to him as we start. Uh, Today's discussion, क्या क्या करेंगे? Our discussion will be basically on a mode of English as well as Hindi. Rather, it will be a Hinglish type of discussion. पहले जस्ट इतना छोटा सा बता दे रहे हैं कि क्या क्या डिस्कशन करेंगे. Obviously, when it comes to MSCD, we will be starting with the basics. Then we'll try to find out where market momentum is there or not. How do we find it from MSCD? Because that's a wonderful indicator which we'll be discussing in due course of time. Then we'll switch off to another interesting aspect. For the last 1.5 years, I have been using this particular thing for day trading purpose as well as for positional trading, even for buying options. This particular indicator has helped me a lot. That is the divergence in MACD histogram. We'll be going through it minutely. And the next one will be MACD volatility, V for volatility, normalized. Well, I would rather say it this way that पढ़ाते जब पढ़ाने में जो मजा है वो किसी और में नहीं है. The moment Bijay told me that I have to take a class, I just did one thing that okay, let me go and check something on the net, कुछ नया मिलता है कि नहीं. तो I just crashed upon a CMT website. I'll be giving the details also in my due course of class. तो वो वहाँ पे MACD volatility normalized करके बहुत अच्छा एक आर्टिकल था. उसको मैं अपना तरफ से अपनी स्टडी किए. देन आई हैड पुट इट अप ऑन माय ओन मेटास्टॉक सॉफ्टवेयर एज वेल एज checked it out on an intraday basis as well as real time basis, and I saw that it was working very well. वो मैं आपसे शेयर करूंगा. Last but not the least, playing with MACD? Well, here I will be perhaps discussing something of my proprietary tool, not the entire stuff, but I think it should be interesting to you also from the learner's perspective. एक और चीज पहले ही बोल दे रहे हैं कि अगर आप सोच रहे हैं कि यहाँ पर आज की जो क्लास है इट विल बी सेशन it will be a session which will give you some magical wand in your hand जे कल से ये करेंगे वो हो जाएगा ये हो जाएगा. That won't be the case. More of it will be something of this type, that avenue for you to study deeper into the subject will open. It will be up to you to take up the discussion from there, to make yourself mature and grow up. Well, now let me go to the charts. What is MACD and what all? Here it is. Bank Nifty जो अभी दौड़ रही है after the crossing of the trend line, and this is the MACD. Now, what is this MACD made up of? Mind it, I am going through the very basics of MACD, and you all might be, most likely you will be knowing all these things before I've discussed. So what I've plotted just now is the 12-period exponential moving average, and on it itself, I'll be plotting the 26-period exponential moving average. I'm just changing the color. The color of the 26 period is blue and the 12 period is red. And here they are. Now, what is happening? बाजार जब ऊपर तरफ जा रही है, when the market is moving up, the short-term moving average will obviously change its direction before the longer-term changes. The price will obviously cross over the short-term moving average before the longer-term does. In doing so, the short-term moving average will try to go nearer to the price than the longer term, and in the process a difference in the values will be created. So ye rahi meri MACD ki value. The difference, if I deduct the value of 12 EMA from the value of 26 EMA, I get this particular value which we call as MACD, or moving average convergence divergence. And obviously, if you just plot it this way, unzoomed tarika se plot kar diya, so you are seeing it this way, that right from it has got a central equilibrium line, and equilibrium line ke upar jab jati hai, so in that time you can say that, well, we are in a bullish uptrend, or equilibrium line se niche jab jati hai, well, in that case, we are in a bearish trend. Let's check some bearish side, and here they are. The bearish market जैसे अपने देख रहे हैं कि इस जगह पे bearish भी है. Well, फिलहाल तो लग रहा है कि आप लोग जो चीज पढ़े हैं, आप लोग जो चीज जानते हैं, वही चीज हम रिपीट कर रहे हैं. अभी तक तो वो 9 EMA क्या ट्रिगर लाइन वगैरह वो सब में आया नहीं है. But for a change, let us take one thing. कभी अगर आपको ऐसा लगे कि the MACD line is very near the equilibrium line, or rather just faltering at around this level, जैसे यहाँ पर, or you can take it somewhere here where there is no this particular place, the MACD line itself is not going anywhere. That shows that we are the market, stock, Nifty, कुछ भी ले लीजिए, it is moving listlessly and there is no trend in the stock. This is the first thing which, instead of, लोग क्या कहता है कि वो 9 EMA MACD बाई सिग्नल है, तो वो सिग्नल लाइन है, बाई कर दिए, यहाँ से सेल कर दिए. नहीं, उससे थोड़ा सा हट जा रहे हैं यहाँ पे पहले ही कि check the flow, check the place where the MACD is placed. That will tell you whether we are having a momentum in the stock or not, or whether the stock is listlessly moving around this way and that way. If the momentum is strong in MACD, what will happen is the move will be just, ये देखिए यहाँ पर MACD की move जो है वो one way upward है, not the way which we saw just now or at this place. Just see, when the momentum is down, the MACD slope is quite sharp in nature, and you can say that, well, यहाँ पर जो momentum जो है वो काफी बड़ा है. I'm not interested in the 9 EMA line that comes, that goes, कहीं ना कहीं काट रहा है, कहीं ना कहीं buy signal दे रही है, कहीं ना कहीं sell signal दे रही है. I'm not interested there. I'm just interested in the solid MACD line. I'm just interested in the solid MACD line. वो क्या हो रही है, कितना स्पीड से नीचे जा रही है या स्पीड से ऊपर उठ रही है. This is the portion where I should go in for the kill. Not that हर समय लड़ाई करना शुरू कर दे, ऐसा नहीं. कभी कभी हो सकती है. And mind it, we are just discussing the first phase. Here also watch here. The momentum right now is quite strong in nature. ये particular momentum है. Now the second thing what happens is, now if you just think a little mathematically, अगर सोचिएगा that well, जब 12 EMA और 26 EMA दोनों एक साथ बढ़ना शुरू कर रहा है, initial stages the 12 EMA will increase the distance. देखिए यहाँ पर क्या हो रही है कि distance जो है वो increase कर रही है. That particular portion is shown by MACD rising strongly and perhaps what I told you, the best possible momentum. Second portion में क्या हो रही है, well ये दोनों का, now the 26 EMA also starts moving upward. तो इसका मतलब क्या हो रही है कि एक समय के बाद से, just see the mathematics of it, एक समय के बाद से the distance between the 12 EMA and the 26 EMA both are almost identical. देख रहे हैं ना यहाँ पर जितनी फर्क है, almost वहीं पर उतनी ही फर्क है. तो ये दोनों की डिस्टेंस अगर हम लोग यहाँ पर लाल लकीर या MACD लाइन में हम लोग प्लॉट कर रहे हैं, what should happen to the MACD at a lofty level? That is important. One, the other thing which I was talking about was at a lower, very near to the equilibrium line. Here at a lofty level, the MACD turns flat. गौर कीजिए. This is the point which I'm trying to make out. Yeah, this is it. This is actually a continuation of a strong trend. जब तक MACD लाइन ऊपर से नहीं झुक रही है, एक बार ये टोटल रेंज यहाँ पर जो तैयार हुई है उससे बाहर निकल नहीं जा रही है, you can be confident, well, अपना ट्रेंड जो है वो स्ट्रॉन्ग है. और राइट नाउ लेट्स राइट द ट्रेंड. जब वो MACD, लेट्स टेक इट दिस वे, अगर आपने वेट किया होता कि MACD लाइन यहाँ पे ये जो जोन है इससे नीचे जाएगा तभी मैं निकलूंगा, लेट्स सी वेयर यू वुड हैव कम आउट. दैट वुड बी क्वाइट इंटरेस्टिंग. यू वुड हैव कम आउट ऑन द फर्स्ट डाउन डे इटसेल्फ. काफी कम ड्रॉ डाउन है. यू कैन इजीली रिलाई ऑन दिस टाइप ऑफ सेट. That's the beauty of MACD, that when a momentum begins, it tells you, well, the momentum has begun. When the momentum is strong at the higher end, what MACD does, okay भैया अपने आप चलते रहो. It is something like माने एक मान लीजिए नाव आप ले गए हैं, you have taken a boat to a river. Initially you have done lots of paddling to take it to the middle of the stream. Now when the boat has gone to the middle of the stream, just let it go with the tide. Here MACD is telling you, relax boss, let it go with the tide. Now once you get a downside move on the MACD line itself, ये हुई आपकी नहीं, वो जो पहला वाला जो मोमेंटम था वो खत्म हो जा रही है. Now let me join again. The biggest point in MACD, I would say it this way, that people do have a tendency of going into shortcuts. There are occasions that people do say, "Arey MACD sell signal दे दिया, MACD buy signal दे दिया." This is not a MACD sell or a buy signal. Much more than that, what I'm interested is that MACD smoothness is here. This is the thing. Mind it, you won't be getting this particular stuff in one go. Perhaps you have to check out 15, 20, 30 charts, even more across board, daily, weekly, monthly, even hourly पे जाइए, 5 minute पे जाइए. You will realize this type of move. तब आपको एक फेद भी आ जाएगी. Now, what is this? This particular charts different from this one. ये तो काफी इंटरेस्टिंग है, ऑब्वियसली, बिकॉज दोनों बगल बगल है. यू विल बी आस्किंग मी, ठीक है आपने तो सर ये जगह समझा दी है, यहां पर क्या हुई थी? लेट्स सी. चलिए, हमने बोला कि द मोमेंटम इज अप, तो भैया स्ट्रेट अवे राइट राइट राइट, एंड दिस इज द वन. यानी यहां पर देखिए एक शार्प डाउनवर्ड हुई है. मूविंग एवरेजेस को फॉलो कीजिए, 12 दिन की मूविंग एवरेज, 26 दिन की मूविंग एवरेज, फाइन, ओके. यू कैन इवन फॉर ओन गार्ड पर्पस यू कैन यूज अ 20-day सिंपल मूविंग एवरेज, व्हाटएवर बेट हियर, जस्ट बिकॉज द मूविंग एवरेजेस आर देयर. ये क्या कौन सी नंबर है उससे मेरा मतलब नहीं है, बिकॉज आई ऑलवेज से द मार्केट इज मैग्नानिमस. मार्केट बहुत बड़ी है, वहां पे एक नंबर पर मत तौलिए, बट एनी मूविंग एवरेज शुड बी अ गाइडिंग फोर्स फॉर यू. नाउ व्हाट इज द नेक्स्ट पोर्शन व्हिच इज डूइंग? Well, somewhere down the line, MACD is not supporting. MACD line kahin na kahin बिगड़ रही है. Actually, what is happening mathematically? This is important. Just watch here. Initially, I started with MACD is nothing but subtracting 26 EMS value from 12 EMS value. Here, the value of the 26 EMA continued to rise, but the value of 12 EMS started faltering. So obviously the MACD line might go down. Nothing abnormally अपने को यहाँ पर alarmed नहीं होना है. Just because, as I told you just minutes back, if you have a moving average on the downside, well, वो moving average को वहाँ पर रोक दीजिए, उसी को स्टॉप लॉस मानिए, उसके अगर नीचे चला गया तब जाके स्टॉप मानिए. बट एज ऑफ नाउ इट इज जस्ट दैट द स्मॉलर मूविंग एवरेज हैज स्टॉप्ड मूविंग अप, whereas the larger moving average is continuing to move up. Well, एक दो दिन बाद से फिर से आपको लग रहा है कि वो ठीक हो रही है. तो कहाँ ठीक हो रही है? यहाँ पर ठीक हुआ. चलिए, अच्छी बात है. चलिए ना, ट्रेंड को चलने दीजिए. व्हाट इज द हार्म? अब इस जगह से फिर से अपने एंटर लॉन्ग कीजिए. आप बोलेगा सर जी हमने तो यहाँ पे निकल गया, तो यहाँ पे एंटर लॉन्ग. आई नेवर टोल्ड यू टू गो शॉर्ट हियर. यहाँ पे जस्ट एग्जिट लॉन्ग. नाउ यू कैन री एंटर लॉन्ग हियर based on the signal. Mind it, we'll be discussing, we right now are discussing in I think it's Bank Nifty daily chart. We'll be talking about the same thing in hourly charts as well, on 5-minute charts as well. The same rule should hold. Now, what happens? MACD starts faltering again here. Where did the MACD make a lower swing? This is important to me. This is the place. Let me place it out clearly. Here it is. देखा जाए वहां पे अपना कितना खत्म कर रहे हैं, कितना पैसा ऊपर से ड्रॉ डाउन हो रही है. Now this is the place which is saying that the next trend might have begun. Because you don't know यहाँ से ये नीचे कितना जाएगी. Just and I'm not having another indicator. ADX नहीं है मेरे पास इस जगह, RSI नहीं है, अपने को longer term moving averages 50 दिन की, 100 दिन की, वो सब नहीं है. But at this point, somewhere MACD is telling you that trend which you were riding is no longer in force. One, perhaps downside market may begin. Two, you might even go short. शॉर्ट जाना चाहिए नहीं चाहिए दूसरे इंडिकेटर्स डाल के भी चेक करेंगे. बट MACD इज टेलिंग यू आप जा सकते हो शॉर्ट, फाइन. वो शॉर्ट आपको पैसा दिया होता अगर आप बीच में कहीं निकल गए होते. बट लेट्स टेक इट दिस वे, आपने नहीं निकला एंड यू वेटेड फॉर द MACD लाइन टू रिवर्स. देन इन दैट केस हियर इट इज, you are entering long again. That means आपके पैसा जो है वो कोई खास बनी नहीं. Obviously you won't be a trader of that type. जो MACD buy देगा तभी हम घुसेंगे, MACD sell दिया हुआ है तब तक मेरा short चलेगा. Whatever bit, the next trade will be somewhere in this vicinity. Why? Again, I told you the slope matters, the swing matters. MACD made a small, देखिए बहुत छोटी, अगर इसको बड़ा करके देखेंगे तब समझिएगा. Just watch here. I'm trying to enlarge it for you as big as I can. Watch this particular place. एक swing बनाकर बहुत छोटा सा इस जगह से ऊपर गया. And if it is a good signal, it will come from multiple angles. And here what happened, it moved above average. It moved above the previous swing high. Whatever bait, you are again riding a strong uptrend. Well, that was all about MACD. Now let's take it this way. What is the present scenario of the market? Is it too heated? Is it too not heated? It may go up again. ये सब पर तो बात करेंगे. But there is one interesting thing. First part of the market में हमने क्या बताया? Momentum जो है वो अच्छा रहेगा. MACD line should continue to rise. The MACD line should continue to rise. यहाँ पे तो रुकने का नाम ही नहीं ले रहा है. तो भैया डीप आने से खरीदेंगे. The MACD line should continue to rise. That's the idea. Now let's follow this same principles, and I have not gone into the positive divergence, negative divergence. I'm just talking about the slope. Let's follow the same rules. Check the slopes, check the swings of MACD on any other chart. Well, we started with Bank Nifty. Let me take कौन सा ले? चलिए Nifty. Yeah, here it is. Almost same कहानी देखिए. जब तक स्लोप आपकी स्ट्रॉन्ग अपवर्ड है, डू नॉट वरी, डू नॉट वरी, डू नॉट वरी. ये देखिए इस जगह पे कितनी सुंदर से स्लोप अपवर्ड थी. स्लोप कहीं बिगड़ रही है, आप सावधान हो गए. पिछले 3-4 दिन से स्लोप जो है, जस्ट जितनी भी बड़ा करके देखिए वो आपके लिए अच्छा होगा. 3-4 दिन से देखिए इसकी स्लोप फिर से सुधर रही है. अब कल के तारीख में मान लीजिए अचानक ऐसा हो गया कि वो फ्लैट हो गया, तो फ्लैट हो ही सकता है. दैट इज अ इंडिकेशन जो अब MACD की जो है 12 दिन की लाइन और 26 दिन की लाइन से दे आर increasing the distance among each other, and that is what is MACD reflecting here. Now as long as this moves on the upper side, it's quite okay. There's nothing to worry of. तो चलने दीजिए गाड़ी. Now आप बोलिए कि चलिए लेट्स अपने को वो डेली चार्ट्स नहीं चाहिए, अपने को आवरली चार्ट्स चाहिए and all those things. We'll study some of them in hourly as well. Let me see which will be the best one for me. I believe you are all familiar with this version of TradingView. Here it is. The blue line here is the MACD line. The red line is the signal line. For the timing, please just neglect the histogram, which I was talking about, histogram, which will be taking up late. Now we are in an hourly chart. See this rush, see the upward movement. This is important. See it. Continuous upside ऊपर जा रही है, and I'm checking it on an hourly chart. From here, the MACD lines just turns flat, saying that okay, the momentum is right now there. Just hold on, just stay fine. The MACD line starts to falter, and you realize perhaps here 1 or 2 bars later, यानी 1-2 घंटा बाद, you have a 20-period simple moving average plotted on the chart, and thereafter the 20 period is violated. Again, that upside momentum comes up. The MACD line starts moving up. Now, as long as the MACD line is moving upward, please do not try to decide that a top has been made. अच्छी बात है, चलने दीजिए. As long as it is moving upward, please do not say that the top has been made. Just enjoy the trend. Now, what's happening here? Somewhere MACD is faltering, is it not? कहीं ना कहीं कुछ ना कुछ हो रही है. Well, Monday first half will decide. Fine, what is there? अपने तो hourly chart है ना, hourly chart I will be reviewing every 3-4 hours that whether any major structure changes has taken place or not. Now here what is happening? Right now MACD was faltering. In that time it was at around, if you see the values here you'll be getting the values. It was at around 120-25 odd. That means a little away from the equilibrium line by any means. So obviously I can just say that is okay. And it had on the last hour spurt, it had again started to move up. Now if this movement on the upside continues, कहीं ऐसा पकड़ लिया, अपने को क्या बोलना है कि yes we are good, fine, let's enjoy. लेकिन अगर वो नहीं हो रही है, I might just say okay, let me be careful. Now let me check out some stocks on that same line on hourly. Well, लोग 5 मिनट भी चेक करने बोलता है हमको, तो चलिए 5 मिनट चेक करें, क्या फर्क पड़ता है. वाओ, MACD लाइन को गौर कीजिए, ब्लू लाइन को हमें अच्छी तरह से गौर कीजिए. Shall I make the blue line a little? I think that's the, yeah. No, no luck with this settings. Anyway, तो MACD लाइन को गौर कीजिए. MACD स्ट्रेट जब ऊपर जाना शुरू कर रही है, आप ज्यादा चैलेंज मत कीजिए. अपने पास 12-20 SMA की स्टॉप लॉस है. आई एम ऑन अ 5 मिनट चार्ट. अरे 5 मिनट चार्ट में तो 15-20 मिनट की, विजय वुड बी टेलिंग मी मच बेटर, ही इज अ मच बेटर एक्सपर्ट डे ट्रेडर देन मी. इतना टाइम अपने को तो मिल गया तो बहुत होती है. वेल, MACD did help me. Now it came down. It was faltering. Fine. ये रही, एक झटका में ठीक कर दिया. 5 मिनट तो दूर में रही है, 3 मिनट 2 मिनट में भी खेल दूसरी तरफ चल गया था. एंड दैट्स अ पार्ट ऑफ द गेम. बट एज फार एज दिस MACD goes, the line is very strong in nature. Let's see how Monday opens up. We'll check it one by one as and when we see it. Now let's check some charts. Reliance, that would be very funny. We'll be first checking it on daily charts, or rather why not on weekly. चलिए देखिए, MACD लाइन ऊपर से कंटिन्यूअस तरफ नीचे जा रही थी, नीचे जा रही थी, नीचे जा रही थी. ये अभी एक बार एक वीक के लिए लग रही है कि ये ऊपर तरफ अभी जाना शुरू हुआ है. Obviously something interesting, some development may come up, and with a weekly chart obviously it will take a lot of time. Let me quickly rush to daily chart, and here it is. देख रहे हैं, गौर कीजिए. This is it. MACD line is continuously improving. Mood उसका up का ही है. That means somewhere down the line, MACD उस समय आपको बता दिया था, जबकि रिलायंस के बारे में कोई बात नहीं कर रहा था. यार, दिस काउंटर इज बोरिंग नाउ, दिस काउंटर मजा नहीं आ रहा है. उस समय मगर MACD धीरे धीरे आपको बता रहा था, यू मे स्टार्ट मेकिंग योर पोजिशन. नाउ दिस हैड गॉन अप, और ये ऊपर तरफ की ही मूवमेंट कर रही है. Here it is. Fine. And now for the hourly stuff. Hourly से नीचे अब नहीं जाएंगे unless some special cases. So see the last entire day on Friday, the MACD line was quite buoyant. We'll be discussing that thing in the next discussion uh, of the other aspects of MACD line. But just for 30 minutes, since we have crossed 30 minutes, I'd like to take Shashank and Bijay. If you have any questions from your guests, we'll be taking up those questions and then proceed.
बिल्कुल सर. You know, we have seen a lot of people जो अभी तक question नहीं पूछे हैं. But you were talking about stocks as well, right? That we should pick few stocks. I would ask participants, in case you have any question regarding technical side of it, stock specific questions now पूछें अभी. Kindly do not ask stock specific questions, but if you have any question related to the technical side of things, how do you use this in options? Sir, क्या ये same pattern हम options पे use कर सकते हैं?
बिल्कुल यूज कर सकते हैं. कुछ नहीं, अपने को मान लीजिए कि आप इंट्राडे ट्रेडर हैं. लेट्स से यू आर अ ट्रेडर इन निफ्टी. Let's say you are a trader in Nifty and you are trading in a say option trading, and option trading में see, just watch it. In fact, you got the signal of MACD going forward, moving positive, quite sometime before the actual move on Friday happened. And here I'm talking about a 3-minute chart, because on an intraday scale, it can be when a person can use 3-minute chart, person can use 5-minute chart, whatever bit. And this is the signal we got it. Much more, one thing is there, when you are trading in options, the momentum matters. The momentum nahi hai to maja nahi hai. Now see, initially I told you that MACD हम लोग जब भी discussion करेंगे, we have to check the momentum. Now watch here. If I take the entire Friday's data, and well, this was it, I think 27th, 28th, 29th. Yeah, 28th began from here. Watch it. Here, the momentum on the downside was strong. Watch it. So you got the momentum. This is what I'm interested in. The slope should support you. The नीला line को गौर करके देखिए. The blue line was moving downward at the rapid speed, and so did the price. When the momentum on the upside began, again I'm talking about momentum here. The blue line or the MACD line was sloping up in a rapid way, and we did get the return there. Now watch it from at around 11 o'clock till whatever 2:30 was the MACD line. MACD line was not in sync with the price. So what happened here? The momentum here was lacking. यानी आपको इस जगह पर आपको उस तरह से कोई भी option खरीद के, man, if I go for option buying, primarily I'm an option buyer. Those who are option sellers, they might relish this type of movement because it's quite dull in nature until this level. But when the momentum turns on the upper side, here it is, you are again there. You are enjoying the momentum. Now this I am checking it on a 3-minute scale on Nifty. You can even check it on a 5-minute scale. Here it is. Momentum was missing after this range. The market was absolutely flat. Somewhere down the line, the MACD line had started to move up from around 2:30 onwards, and the blast came at 3:05. Well, here it is. उसके पहले से जो एक्सपर्ट है वो घुस पाया होगा, जो नहीं तो उसको यहाँ पे उछल के घुसने पड़ेगा, जो भी it is in front of you. The momentum side is depicted very well by MACD line. This is where you should be concentrating on.
Nice.
Okay.
Thank you so much for answering this. Another thing, Dipesh Shah is asking, do we use the same for multi-time frame analysis for intraday trading? क्या इसको multi-time frame में भी use किया जा सकता है? Like people generally see कि okay 1 hour chart, 15 minutes, and then 5 minutes, right? So do you feel this is used in the same pattern?
देखिए, say it this way. 1 hour chart is not that I'll be using 1 hour chart every other moment to view it. Let's take it this way. Somewhere in the morning, I had checked my 1 hour chart and it was okay. So fine. Till any major changes takes place, I'll be taking it this way that okay, the bulls are having it. Because somewhere initially, this was the place somewhere. Let's take it. Where did I end on? Yeah, here it is where we began. So at this place somewhere, we were confident that well, the 1 hour is okay. Now, if you just take it this way, 1 hour, and then I go to either 15 or 30 or whatever bit, I'll be checking both of them. Okay. Now, if I do it on a multi-scale, 30 minutes भी कहीं ना कहीं खराब तो कुछ नहीं लग रही है. All over 28th of April, it was quite okay. The MACD momentum, which I was talking about, the momentum वहाँ पे clear upward की तरफ जा रही है. I go to 15. लोग तो 3 यूज करते हैं, हम 4 यूज करके देख रहे हैं. 15 में कहीं इस जगह पर मोमेंटम नहीं है, वो दिखा रही थी. मोमेंटम बीच बीच में होल्ड कर रही है, दिखा रही है. लेकिन अपना जो एक्शन जो होगा, एक्शन कुछ भी आप वहां पे व्यू लीजिए, बट एक्शन जो होगा वो 3 मिनट और 5 मिनट की चार्ट में होगी. Now you take a 3-minute chart and a 5-minute chart, which we discussed in that time. Here it is. This is a 3-minute chart. You are getting momentum here. No momentum here from here onwards. You just quit. MACD, watch here. The MACD tried to flatten itself out because both the lines, the 12 EMA and the 26 EMA, were both catching with each other. बहुत ज्यादा भाग नहीं रही थी, तो obviously ठीक है, down under somewhere the momentum is lacking. Let me come out and I will again enter. Obviously, it's just multi-time frame, which I did right now.
Right. One more thing that people are generally asking is how do you basically exit and trade your stop, because I'm mixing two questions of people. One is stop loss and the other one is how do you exit a trade after this. Right, so मैंने दोनों को मिक्स कर दिया दादा यहाँ पे.
देखिए, स्टॉप लॉस तो है कि किताबों में पढ़े हैं, आप भी वही बोलिएगा. जहां पर आप एंटर किए, लेट मी जस्ट गो टू द प्राइस ओनली, देन इट विल बी बेटर. Suppose based on MACD and I had taken, let me see if MACD would have allowed me to take the trade somewhere here, this place. Okay, I'm just going to the price side here. So किताबों में पढ़े हैं, and whatever bit, even in the books and even the pundits and all, everybody says the previous low is the stop loss. Absolutely right, fine. लेकिन क्या करे भैया, उसमें मेरा ऑप्शन प्राइस जो है ना वो आधा हो जा रही है. People do say it, and it is a common problem on Wednesdays and Thursdays. भैया द मोमेंट यू रियलाइज मेरा ट्रेड ठीक नहीं चल रहा है, मैं 100 में लिया हूं, अभी 80 है, 20 पॉइंट लॉस है, तो लॉस है तो लॉस को स्टॉप करो, दैट इज स्टॉप लॉस. यहाँ पे किसी का कोई बहाना नहीं चलता है. आपको गिनती आती है? हाँ आती है. 100 is bigger or 80 is bigger? 100 is bigger. So you bought it at 80, 100. Right now it is at 80. लॉस हो रही है करंटली? हाँ हो रही है. इस लॉस को स्टॉप करो, दैट इज द स्टॉप लॉस. आई टेक इट एट दैट वे.
Right.
If you say नहीं अभी तक तो पूरा तोड़ा नहीं है, वेट करे नहीं करा है, हो सकती है भैया, क्या बात है. यहाँ पे हम कर रहे हैं कि 3 मिनट 5 मिनट में मेरा किस्मत नहीं बदलेगा, किस्मत खराब हो सकती. सो लेट, ठीक है, एक बार एग्जीक्यूशन किए, गलत हो गया, निकल गया, अगला बार मौका मिलेगा तब फिर लड़ाई करेंगे. आज ही तो नहीं लड़ाई खत्म हो जा रही है बुल और बियर के साथ, बट द आइडिया इज इस बार बच जाए, दैट्स द मेन थिंग. सो नॉट नेसेसरी यू हैव टू वेट टिल दिस स्विंग इज वायलेटेड. पीपल डू से इट, थोड़ा सिस्टमेटिक होना है, थोड़ा ये होना है, बार बार काट दे रहे हैं, ये कर रहे हैं, वो कर रहे हैं. ठीक है, आप 100 में लीजिए, आप मन ही मन रखिए 20% स्टॉप लॉस, 80 में निकलिए. बट यस, व्हेन द मोमेंटम बिगिंस, ऐसा नहीं कि आपको 15 पॉइंट प्रॉफिट हो रही है, निकल जाइए. कुछ नहीं तो उस समय आपको 50 पॉइंट, एटलीस्ट 1:2, माने 40 पॉइंट, 1:2.5, 50 पॉइंट, वो सब की मोमेंटम आपको यहाँ पर पेशेंस रखना जरूरी है. Because when you are in a right trade, let the momentum run. ज्यादा परेशान मत होइए, एक ट्रेलिंग स्टॉप लॉस लगा दीजिए, 100 की जगह उसको 105 कर दीजिए. चलो भैया ये ट्रेड में पैसा नहीं मिला, लेट्स सी कहां तक जा रही है. उसको बहुत ज्यादा टाइट मत कीजिएगा कि अभी की भाव 130 रुपया है, 120 की स्टॉप लॉस, वो खत्म हो जाएगी. थोड़ा लिबरल रहिए उस समय, लेट द ट्रेड गो ऑन. आई थिंक दैट शुड सॉल्व इट, दैट्स द आइडिया. यस सुशांत.
एक लास्ट क्वेश्चन लेते हैं दादा बिफोर कंटिन्यूइंग, इज कि स्टॉक में आपने 14 SMA लगा रखा है या 20 SMA? somebody is asking. Jay,
this is 20 SMA. This is 20 SMA here on a 5-minute chart. Just see, watch here.
Thank you Gautam. आगे बढ़ते हैं. I'll hand it over to you again to take it forward.
Okay. What was the topic which we were saying that we'll be discussing from here onwards? And we did just cover the momentum side and the basic sides. Now I'll be going to MACD histogram divergence, and this is what I had discussed about in the beginning when I was introducing myself, that this is what I had been studying for the last 1 to 1.5 years, and I found at extremely interesting on daily as well as intraday charts. I'll be coming to that. This is a daily chart of Nifty. Now, abhi ke liye we were using the MACD line, and we never talked about the 9 EMA or the signal line. I don't think I'll be talking about it. Now, all the same, the MACD line is composed of, as I told you in the beginning, if I deduct 26 EMA's value from the 12 EMA, the value which I am getting is the MACD value. Here till now, what we were discussing was we had kept this as a line. The blue line was the MACD. The same thing right now, I'll be plotting on histogram. This is the histogram. The histogram value is 4.7. The histogram here you'll be watching the values here. MACD 12, 26, 9 EMA and all those things. Your MACD value here is 31.4 and so on. Okay. Now the visual side is much clearer. What is happening, that is MACD value is increasing, and obviously यहाँ पर जो है कि अपने को momentum मिल रही है. लास्ट 2-3 दिन से मेरा मोमेंटम मिल रही है, ये भी क्लियर हो रही है बाजार में. Yeah, when we were on the downside, the MACD value was continuously moving on the lower side, the losing grounds. Even you can start from this way, that the MACD had started to flatten itself out and it was going downward. For the timing, just let's forget the line and concentrate on the histogram which we are seeing right now. Yeah. Here, as you can see, we have got clear four colors. Thanks to TradingView, we have got clear four colors in MACD histogram line. One is the deep green. As you can see, the deep green is here. When the value is higher than the previous value, it is deep green in color, and as well as positive value. If the value is light green, it is in positive value. That is, the MACD is in positive value, but present value of MACD is lower than the previous value. On the downside, you have got two colors. One is red. If it is deep red, the present value of MACD is lower as well as negative. If it is this way, that the present value is low, present value is negative, but it is higher than the previous value, it is light red in color. So these are the four colors which we are seeing here. Now, what I am interested is something of this type, that we are, I'll obviously have to take a cutoff date, and I'm taking an easy cutoff date, and I'll go to the quite a complicated ones at a later stage. We are in midst of a strong market. The MACD value is increasing from here. Somewhere the MACD buy signal, which you would have said, had come over here. The MACD line would have gone to the positive territory somewhere there. But in midst of a strong trend, somewhere MACD value has started to decrease. It is in right now decreasing, but still in negative. So we are getting lighter reds, some deeper red, light red, deep red, light red, and now it is green. And since the value is positive as well as higher than previous value, this starts with a green value, deep green value. The green value is increasing and it makes a peak, wherever bit, whatever reason, let it do it, fine. Now the value between the MACD and the the value between the 12 and the 26 EMA starts gradually. The distance between the signal line and the MACD line starts gradually decreasing. Here it is, fine. I'm not telling it as a buy or sell signal. What I'm saying is that the distance between the two lines is gradually decreasing. Red value has been formed here. You had a peak here. You get a red histogram. After a series of red histogram, light red, again positive value has come over here. Now this is a portion, this particular portion gives you a major signal. बाजार कभी भी एक तरफ ऊपर जा रही है, वहां से धड़ाम से नीचे नहीं गिरती है. It's never that when the market moves up in one direction, it just goes haywire and crashes from there. It will always have at least one distribution phase before a major crash. Now this one is that particular distribution phase where MACD histogram line, just to briefly, just you can take it this way, MACD histogram line is nothing but the difference between the MACD line and the 9 EMA line that had come to the red portion, that is the negative portion. This shows somewhere the bulls have taken a beating, or the back of the bulls have been broken. This is as per Alexander Elder. He has explained it very nicely in his ebook, When Two Rows Diverse by Alexander Elder. You can just go through that book also, and let me just explain it in my own fashion in our Indian stocks as well as the Indian indices. The back of the bulls here is broken. Now, the bulls, even though injured, tries to take it up again. Here it is. They are moving upward, and the histogram line is again on a positive line. Please. खेल उस जगह पर हो रही है. ये पर्टिकुलर जगह मेरे लिए मार्क करना बहुत जरूरी है. जस्ट वॉच दिस प्लेस. this particular value is much, much lower than the previous value. One. Second, we had series of negative values before this positive value. This is point number 2. When such a thing happens and the third point takes place, you can just expect some reversals might have happened. And that is this one. The moment you get a light green value, this is a light green value which I'm getting, you can expect a reversal in the market. It might come in one shot, it might come in 2-3 shots, but this is a signal where you can say at least the major bull run has been over. Perhaps a bear run can begin. It can be severe, it can be just a shallow one, it can be prolonged one, or whatever be it, the previous trend has been smashed. Again, I repeat this particular portion. This is very important, and I'll be taking this portion to the reversals and all the on the down from the downside as well, where very good investment trading decisions can be made, as well as on intraday 3-minute, 5-minute chart. Again, I repeat the scenarios. You get a peak, fine. You have to get a negative value. The back of the bulls have to be broken. The injured bulls tried to push it up on the upside. They somehow fail. And the light green histogram value, here is the light green histogram value. This is the value where you have to act. The upside trend is no longer in force. Fine. इसी चीज को नेगेटिव साइड में देखा जाए, and we'll be discussing all other aspects thereafter. Now, when I come to the other side of the market, here it is. You had a strong downside. A trough was created by the MACD histogram. The back of the bears were broken. The bears, bears who were not so powerful, rather injured, they again tried their own way, took the histogram back to the negative territory. The price obviously fell in that time. But though the bears took the histogram to the negative territory, they were not able to take it up to this, at least this peak. This was a signal, kahin na kahin, bears mein ताकत घट रही है. I told you it might be a strong reversal case, it might be a just a temporary reversal case. Here you might say, जी sir, आपने तो पहला वाला example ऐसा दिखाया था कि बहुत मस्त गिरा, but in the second example it didn't give you that much desired result. You can just say that, okay, fine, it didn't give me a desired result. Now what happened in between? The bulls again took the stock to higher level. In doing so, the histogram also went to the positive territory. But you did not get, this is important, you did not get any healthy peak whatsoever. Okay? And it again started to fall. Here what happens? The bull's back was broken. शायद फिर से इस जगह पर ऊपर जब जा रही है, ये ऊपर जब फिर से ऊपर गई, sorry, bears backs were broken. Here again the bears backs were broken. The bears are now less powerful. Even with less power, they had taken the price as well as the MACD down under. Okay. Watch out this, the light colored, not the deep red one, the light color. That is again a signal you might go long. A small trend, not the desired result, doesn't matter, wait. Okay? Could be. Now, if you ask me what will be the stop loss, obviously the swing low will be the stop loss. So if I had taken a trade on this signal, obviously I'll be taking it on this day. This swing low will be my stop loss. And in any case, if I come out within 3-4 days, my stop loss is safe. That's another issue that I'm not going to that particular scenario. But I'm trying to tell you how this MACD histogram is working. Mind it, you are not getting a peak here. You are not getting a peak on the upside. Neither you are getting a major peak on the downside. To change your view, what you need to do is, even again, when you get a light red, you are a buyer the next day. You are almost at the lowest level. Whatever bit, now you are getting a peak on the upside. That is, the bulls are in total power. तो इस जगह ये बहुत जरूरी है कि आपको कभी भी कभी डेली चार्ट्स में जो मैं दिखा रहा हूं ये काफी क्लियर है यहाँ पर कि you have to take multiple attempts. Whatever the places you took the attempt, you took an attempt here, failed, might have come out with small profit or small losses. और सपोज हम बोल रहे हैं कि अगर हम रोक ही दिए हैं कि जब तक नहीं काटेगा तब तक पकड़ के रहेंगे रखेंगे, तो इन दैट केस परहैप्स यहाँ पर वेट करना पड़ेगा, वो अलग बात है. बट इफ यू आर quite a agile trader, you would have understand that my stuff is not working. Fine. You are not getting the mountainous formation which you would have liked on MACD. Or you can say that, okay, the 20 SMA was crossed and it had again fallen down. So let me come out of the trade. Okay. Next, this is the second attempt you are making. Here it is. That also failed. But the third attempt took you up. Now, इसमें सबसे बड़ी बात क्या है कि आई एम शोइंग यू ऑन अ डेली स्केल वेयर ऑब्वियसली यहाँ पे जो है कि मॉनिटरी ट्रांजैक्शंस भी ज्यादा हो रही है. दोनों बार में आपकी स्टॉप लॉसेस जो है वो काफी छोटी थी. वन. द सेकेंड इज व्हेन द मोमेंटम वाज गोइंग ऑन द अपसाइड, यू कुड हैव जस्ट कम आउट, थोड़ा मोड़ा करके अपना रिस्क मैनेजमेंट ठीक कर लेते. So somewhere there, your risk to reward ratio is very good once the trade goes in your favor. Let's take it this way. You got the signal here, you are entering on this day. And here, this being the swing low, your risk to reward ratio is very good. One, you are entering into the trade at an early date. Second, and when the momentum gets going, well, you are already having an upper hand on the upside. Let's take Bank Nifty on a daily scale. We'll be going to the, here it is. We'll be going to the intraday charts a little later. यहाँ पे छोटा करके देखिए, गौर कीजिए. If you just watch here, छोटा करके green signal आई थी, taking the back of the bull. Next day, you got a signal that the MACD histogram line has fallen below the zero line. This is your first sell signal. Just watch it. Let's take it this way that इस जगह पे, मैं तो आज बहुत बड़ा बोल रहा हूँ, लेकिन इस जगह पर अगर आपको गलती भी होती तो यहाँ पर आपकी जो स्टॉप लॉस जो है वो बहुत छोटी होती. एक बार की स्टॉप लॉस है. दिस इज व्हाट मैटर्स द मोस्ट. इवन इन 5 minutes, 3 minutes, आई हैव सीन इट एंड विल बी चेकिंग इट आउट. द स्टॉप लॉसेस आर जस्ट ऑफ 1 or 3 bars. When the better side gets going, in that time a major killing can be made. That's the best part of this MACD histogram. It's not about the number of times it's right or the number of times it's giving a whipsaw. It's about when you are wrong, your losses are extremely small. When you are right, you just ride the trend, make a killing. Watch here. I'm checking on the daily scale. Well, you can say it this way. ये ऊपर गई, it broke the back of the bear now. Let it come down, it came down, and this is the signal you are getting. Here it is. Buy here, stopped out, exited, whatever bit, didn't give you the desired effect. Again, कोई भी बड़ा कुछ हीप नहीं हुआ, वापस नीचे आ गया. You stay with it. Here it is. Buy here, by the next day rather. By the next day, you didn't get the desired effect. Fine. Next again, here it is. See, here per desired effect. Again, I repeat that before even getting the stop losses, you are getting some money. I'm just assuming you are not getting out and you are allowing your stock to hit, allowing your trade to hit the stop. In this case, what's happening? Well, ये यहाँ पर आपको ले जाके स्टॉप ले जा रही है. बट अगर आपको मौका कहीं मिलता है या कहीं ये आप गैप देख के, यू कुड हैव कम आउट ऑफ दिस प्लेस आफ्टर सीइंग द गैप. यू कुड हैव जस्ट सेड बहुत हो गई पैसा, व्हाटएवर बेट, यू आर नॉट गेटिंग अ हीप, यू आर नॉट गेटिंग कंफर्टेबल, could argue yourself with any way. The risk to reward remains in your grip. That's the best part of this MACD histogram. Here it is. You got the third, again an opportunity. This trend you are riding, and the best part is you have entered early. One, Your risk to reward is in your favor too, and you are riding a smooth, strong trend with the MACD momentum on the upside. Let's change it to 1 hour. What do you say? Strong heat goes to the negative side. Watch here, a slight positive tick. Watch, this is the place. A slight positive tick, again a negative tick. आपको नीचे का पैसा दिया जो भी हो ये रहा. You're getting more or less of a heap, downward swing, but this heap is not sufficient for that. Okay, it is taking some losses, but if you take the here, this is what we were discussing earlier about the multi-frame. Had you gone for the daily, you would have just waited. Just a second. Had you checked the daily, you would have waited on the hourly. The daily is strong. Let me not go into the daily. Whatever bit, this is the one. Now you get a deep downside one, a heap on the upper side. Well, what is it happening now? You are getting small bars on either side. That is because the MACD is flat. Wait for it. It will either give you a divergence or it will give you a heap. Then act on it. As of now, let's take it this way. Right now, हमें क्या करना चाहिए? Monday को, if I get a negative tick from here because I'm not getting the desired peak, the back of the bulls were broken. You might say it this way: they had attempted again, but they had taken the price higher, but they were not able to take the MACD higher. If I get a lower value in MACD, in that time I'll think शायद ऊपर का हो गया for the time being, might be for 1 or 2 days, might be for a considerable period of time. Well, I can think it in either way and I will act on it. Fine. Let me take a stock instead of Nifty, Bank Nifty. And mind it, these are not recommendations. These are just the visualizations which we are seeing. See what happened here. You had quite a heap. Let's take it from a little backside. Here it is. You had a heap. This is important. The back was broken, but again, the bears back were broken once it went to the positive territory, came down. Well, the bears couldn't take it much lower than this level, or from this onwards, the signal changed and it moved up. Here it is. So right now you are enjoying a Reliance hourly chart move. Want me to take it to 5-minute chart and check it out on Reliance? Let's see. See the momentum here. This is the first thing. Now was the heaps. They are getting slower. This is the point. See, watch here. Had you just gone only by this 5-minute chart, you would have gone short here. ठीक है, उसी बार पर आपका उसी के आसपास आप stop loss create करते. Fine. Now, after all these things, it had gone up, made a low. This low broke the back of the bears. Then the positive one came. Right now, you are in a positive territory. Well, we can go for a Nifty 5-minute or Bank Nifty 5-minute chart. Let's see. Oh, good one. Downside, upside, just watch here. Chota sa positive. Watch here. And again, it came on the downside. Well, this particular swing had made you enter and you are enjoying. Watch it on 3-minute. Quite a swing on the downside. Broke the backs of the bears. This is an important thing which Alexander Elder says occasionally, that in any move, the bear or the bull's back has to be broken before a main move comes. Here, the back of the bears were broken. Came the bears again, forced it down. ठीक है, okay, अच्छी बात है. But next swing, it was on the upside. You could have rode whatever be the trend. दिस इज द वन. आधा घंटा तो ट्रेंड है, आधा घंटा का ट्रेंड में कहीं 25 मिनट की 20 मिनट आपको मिला था. दिस वाज द रन which we had on Friday in the morning, sorry, in the evening. And if you talk about the morning run, here what it was, just watch here, strong downtrend, and it was a positive trade here. See, watch here, the back of the uh, bears were broken. Bears again took it down, were not successful. This is the place you entered. Had you kept a moving average, this is the way you would have traded. जो सामने है वो आपके सामने है. That's it. So this completes my the next portion of discussion, MACD histogram. I'm open to questions.
Definitely, sir. Dada, thank you so much for taking this second session up. Ayani Bijay, in the meantime, there's been tons of questions coming in. आपके लिए specifically. So एक start करते हैं quickly. सबसे पहला एक सवाल था कि क्या ये सेम चीज निफ्टी के 3 मिनट चार्ट पे अप्लाई किया जा सकता है बिकॉज बहुत ही छोटा टाइम फ्रेम है राइट सो पवन is asking Nifty 3 minute chart going up slowly, but MACD divergence was negative. But why? So do you think कि इतने छोटे टाइम फ्रेम में ये एक्चुअल स्टडी वर्क कर सकता है?
Let's take it this way. You can easily plot a 5-minute chart. You can easily plot a 15-minute chart. There's no issue to it. But the game plan, your game plan is important. Either you are an option buyer, intraday option buyer, or an intraday option seller. In that case, your time frame needs to be small. One. In case if you take a monthly view, buy a monthly, say May end. Right now we are in late April, rather today being the last day of April. If we take a May monthly call or a put, we can easily move on to a 15-minute chart and do the same thing, same exercise. But if it goes to intraday trading, 3-minute, 5-minute are the charts which you should be using to act upon. Not the view, but the act upon. See, you got a lot of sell signal here in 3-minute chart. Should I go in for a sell here? You got to sell here. You got to sell here. No, because your 15-minute, 30-minute all along was on the upside. Now I'll be going for a buy whenever a buy is triggered from a. It depends upon me from a 3-minute chart or a 5-minute chart. The earlier I do it, the better it is. But I'm not changing my view based on this 3-minute or 5-minute chart. It is just this chart will help me to time the trade. For analyzing, you take a higher time frame, 15, 30 hourly. It's okay.
Yeah. Right. Can you just share the name of the book? Everybody's asking once again. Can you please share name of the book that you were mentioning?
It's an ebook, I believe.
दादा नोटपैड पे लिख रहे हैं आप लोगों के लिए सो
Yeah, I believe the spelling and all is correct. Alexander Elder, when two roads diverged.
Right.
Okay.
ओवरऑल थीम जो सब पूछ रहे हैं कि व्हाट वुड यू क्या आप कोई टाइम फ्रेम सजेस्ट करना चाहेंगे स्पेसिफिकली फॉर स्विंग एंड पोजिशनल कि व्हाट चार्ट
for swing and positional, suppose if I take it this way, let me take you a small example which I just traded recently. ICICI Bank on a 15-minute time frame. Just post the results. This was it. Okay. Now check here. This is it. That when on a 15-minute time frame, these are the places where I'll be actually trying. When I'm very safe. Okay, itna to paisa milna hi hai. Now, if I do the same thing on hourly, just watch here. You had a clear cut. The back of the bears were broken on this just before the result. Yet the bears took it down. Results were good. It opened up. एक घंटा के बाद you are clear that okay, I should be buying. Now you time your trade based on 15 minute, 5 minute, 30 minute, whatever bit. That's not the issue. But the main thing was daily chart was looking okay. Hourly chart needed to give me. I needed some confirmation from the hourly, which I got in this particular bar. Now I time it from 5 minute, 15 minute, or whatever bit. Well, if I enter anywhere, say this is the highest is 900 and the lowest is 895. Say I entered at somewhere on 897, 98. That to cash I'm talking about. On the higher side, in next 2 3 days, I got 916. This is the run. And the day the main run took place was something phenomenal, very good. Now you check it. Now check it on the this one MSCD momentum. That was very very good. Then came the flattening part. Okay, fine. Yeah, आप आराम से कर सकते कहीं भी. This is it. This is the latest trade I took. But here, what was the thing? A daily chart appears okay. Let the hourly be okay.
Right.
Hourly, just before the day the results were declared, here at closing, the hourly was not okay. But that doesn't mean I go short. Now you just reduce your time frame to 15 minutes to time it to sharper angle. Well, that is up to you. You can use it. Okay, chalo, up barai, you use a MSCD, you use, perhaps you can use a RSI, ADX, whatever bit, 20, 30 crossover, whatever bit. Timing matters here. On that particular day, the MSCD histogram had given me warning. If I get a gap up, here it is. And I believe on Twitter, on this, just here on the day the results were declared, which was on a Saturday, on the morning, I had said that, well, uh, I believe that the market should be moving up. In that time, the ICICI results has not yet come out. I was expecting some bullish move from ICICI Bank. And why? Let me tell you here. I'm talking about this particular day where the market ended. Now, if you take the support, resistance, and all, obviously this helps. It closed at a very good support level. Sorry. Before that, we did have this particular, you're just watching here, MACD histogram on a daily chart. Ab ye upar jab ja rahi hai, gradually the game starts, and the MACD line was more or less on the upper slope only. Just was the blue line. Here it is. Got it? So overall, upar ja rahi hai. If I get a good move, and this is the day I was talking about. This is the day of trading. उसके बाद से 2-3 दिन ऊपर भी गई है और भी ठीक है. Now, if you are a futures trader, you can ride it. If you are now at this place, if you are an options trader, just wait for a dip. This is 24th of April. Obviously, if you have a liberty of taking the April option, go for that. If you don't want to take it for April option, you're going for directly for a May expiry. That would help you even better. That's the idea.
बिल्कुल. कुछ लोगों का वापस मोहित, आपने जो सवाल पूछा है तो बिजनेस सर ने वो आंसर किया था कि आप इसको इमेजिन करिए कि आप किसी भी टाइम फ्रेम पे लगा रहे हैं, आपका बस उससे स्टिक करिएगा, डू नॉट कीप स्विचिंग इट. एक लास्ट क्वेश्चन सर हम लेते हैं बिफोर मूविंग अहेड इज कि विल इट मेक अ डिफरेंस कि अगर हम स्पॉट्स पे लगाएं इसको बेटर या फ्यूचर्स के प्राइस पे लगाएं बेटर. इंडेक्स अगर कोई ट्रेड कर रहा है और स्टॉक, तो he should apply this on spot or future. अब आशुतोष सिंह का ये सवाल है कि will this make any difference or it's fine कि किसी पे भी लगा लो.
Personally, I use spot. Let me tell you why.
Okay.
If you go and check the price of milk, it's probably say 70 rupees a liter. Okay. Or accordingly, perhaps 100 ग्राम अमूल का अगर मान लीजिए हम देख रहे हैं वहां पर प्राइस, वहां पर हो सकता है कि 70 रुपया है. So it's 1:10. Say now what happens that the price of milk rises to 100 rupees a liter. Obviously, you won't be getting that Amul that butter at 70. It will be at around 100. Now, because of inflationary impact, because of demand supply, because of people's affinity towards it, this will not be the same because of the price difference. So some demand supply may come up, and that particular price, which was supposed to be 100 per rupees, 100 per gram, that might reduce or increase a bit depending upon everything, other factors. Okay. The price of the spot tells you what the price of the future will be. I'm not telling you the change in price. Mind it, the price, this is a very important thing which you have to know. Price of the spot will tell you what the price of future will be. But when a stock comes to, this is an example which I can just use. At this place, suppose I'm expecting this particular level to be a support level. Okay. At this place, what happens? The option, suppose somebody had sold calls here or may have bought puts here, they will be covering the trade. That means some demand for call will come up, some supply for put will be seen here. So that will change the IV of the options of call and put. That will have an effect on the futures price. That will in turn move the spot price. Okay, this is what is right now happening in across the world in stock market. But if you take it this way, which is the main underlying? The main underlying is the spot price. Now, I'll just show you one example. This might clear you all your doubts. This is Nifty daily chart of Friday where we are not seeing any gap. Just watch on this day. Now, if I take Nifty 1 month chart, there is a huge gap here. Why? Because right now we are checking the futures chart. Now, why is this? This is nothing but till this day, that is till 27th of April, we were using the 1 month futures chart as the chart of the as a 1 month future chart whenever you were watching Nifty. On 28th of April, what happened is May month's future was appended to the chart of that particular chart where the April expiry had taken place. So if you take it this way, on this day, the Nifty value and the Nifty future value is same. On this day, the Nifty value will be much, much lower because this is a May expiry future. So whenever such type of discrepancy comes, I'd be much, much safer, much, much comfortable in using a spot chart. These are the two major reasons why I always use spot chart. But when it comes to trading in options, I have a look at if same week is there or not, or what is the implied future. That itself is another story altogether. We'll discuss about that some other day. Yes, Shashank.
Beautiful. Definitely. Let's move ahead, sir, so that we can. Stock specific question काफी जो भी है we'll pick up that later so that एक बार ही पूरा flow हो जाए दादा का तो आप लोगों को और भी सब कुछ probably उसी के दौरान आंसर मिल जाएगा. So not picking it up right now, but yeah, let's go ahead, दादा.
Okay, fine. Well, the next topic which I was supposed to take with you is something MACD volatility normalized. One thing is there, did I ever talk to you about oversold, overbought, divergence and all? Well, MACD histogram में जरूर divergence बात किए थे, but not in the MACD lines and all those things which we are talking about, which just somehow I skipped that particular portion. And well, I'm sure I never talked about overbought or oversold level in MACD. The reason is something like this. If you just watch this particular MACD line, and mind it, let me just, before I study this particular topic, let me thank our CMT guys who in their website had posted this particular topic. और इसीलिए मुझे जो मैं बता रहा था कि जस्ट क्लासेस शुरू होने के पहले ही हमको कोई विजय बता रहा था कि नया क्या दे रहे हैं, so I just said, okay, let me think about it. So then I took in this particular topic and I'm in the process of studying myself MACD volatility normalized momentum. Okay. इसमें क्या हो रही है पहले ऐसे करके देखा जाए. If I just unzoom the entire chart of Nifty, here it's Nifty spot, I think 1 month, whatever bit. Just see here, The swings at this end are much more prominent than what we were seeing swings at these places, is it not? It is nothing but the value of Nifty has changed immensely from 1,000 odd levels. Right now, we are at around 18,000 odd levels. So if we say what was the 12 EMA in those days, so at thousands, the 12 EMA could have been around 800. यहाँ पर अगर मान लीजिए what is the 12 EMA right now? Well, 12 EMA can be around 17,700, 800 odd levels. So obviously, there's a huge difference. So that's why this particular thing has come up, and obviously you won't be having any, well, take it this way, any overbought or oversold condition. One. Second, this we are talking about Nifty. Nifty is currently at 18,000 and value of MACD is 120. If I go to Tata Steel's value of MACD currently is at 0.18. This doesn't make Tata Steel bearish, or for that matter, if I check Tata Motors, the value of Tata Motors is 13. Infosys, the value is minus 54. All these values are quite weird and cannot be comparable from one point to another point. So that is why our friend Alex Sproglu had devised this particular indicator by giving full respect to Gerald Appel, that he introduced the volatility side in MACD along with it. Fine. What did he do there? Let me open a template, that will be easier. Yeah, this is easier. I'll just go to the formula and then see what is it there. What he did was, he took the normal MACD, divided it by average true range of 26 pairs, and then made it as a percentage. Once average true range is introduced along, rather punched into MACD, what happens is MACD in general has got a limit of swing. It's not that it's bound, but general limit of swing is somewhere between 100 to 150 on the plus side. Obviously, on the downside also, it might be having 100 to 150 on the downside. Now, we saw some weird value in the indicators value. Now let me check out. Let's see Tata Steel. Well, it's 7.92. Infosys, which was minus 53. Right now it is quite oversold. As you can see, it is minus 184. Or Nifty, it's a 70 odd level. Or if I take the Bank Nifty, it is something around 118 odd level. But basically what we are seeing is more or less this value becomes normalized. Now, this is part one. The second part is MACD smoothens itself a lot. You don't need a signal line. ये नीचे जा रही है, नीचे जा रही है. इसमें momentum नहीं है, तो इस जगह momentum नहीं है. Now you talk about the divergence. Watch here. Market moving down, MACD absolutely flattish in nature, rather the MACD V normalized, I would say it this way, volatility normalized. This is absolutely flat in nature. Watch here the small swing, very small swing. This has also been included in it somehow. Watch here. Continuous positive divergence from swing to swing basis, but on a very short-term basis, you get a swing. This is very, very important. Watch here. That's a buying point. Here it is. you watch here. That's the selling point. Got it? You watch here. You are getting a divergence. You are getting a divergence, fine. And along with it, a small swing, a छोटा सा swing which you can just miss it out. मैंने अरे यार नजर नहीं आता ये क्या काम करेगा इतना छोटा swing. No, it does work. You just see all along. ये ऊपर गई थी तो उसके पहले आपको एक you did get a very small swing here, boss. उसके बाद से all along you show me that there was no swing and it was going up. There was no swing and it was going up smoothly. Well, it did fall, but we didn't have a lower swing. It went up continuously. Main trend के बाद एक बार फिर से main trend को पकड़ाते हुए you got a higher swing. Just watch it. This is the beauty. I had gone through in the last 48 to 50 hours, I had gone through at least 100 charts to check out this one, whether it works uniformly well across charts or not. And I saw it as far as the EOD is considered. When I had checked it across EOD, I was just checking it on intraday also. Intraday, obviously, the signals might not be that fantastic, but all the same, it was quite okay. And here it is, just was a small swing, small swing. Choti si swing, it's harmless. It does fantastic things. This is in short what I told you about. Here it is, MACD Volatility Normalized Momentum by Alex Spiroglu. They had taken this up in their CMT association meeting. He had published this paper, and I'm discussing just that particular thing here. छोटा effective बहुत काम देता है. बोलिए आप क्या बोलना है. Shaksham, over to you.
Thank you so much, Dada. There are few, interest and this. Sorry, yeah. There are few things. Firstly, thank you so much for taking this out. And you, as start mein bata rahe the, you were, you went onto the internet and just searched for something new so that you can add more value to the audience here. So first of all, thank you for doing this before everybody else. सब लिख ही रहे हैं कमेंट में, काफी लोगों ने तो लव यू दादा तक लिख रखा है.
Love you all, love you all.
So before going ahead, I just wanted to say this, that thank you so much for putting in this effort to do everything, and that too completely free of charge, just to make people understand.
Free of charge की बात नहीं है. See, one more thing, Shamshang, just 1 minute. I've got an important message. Just let me. Shaksham, actually, what is happening is not free of cost. Very thing is that पढ़ाने का मौका मिलने से, if I am really honest with it, हमको भी तो याद रहता है कि अरे यार MSc भी तो सब कुछ पढ़ा है, तो उसमें हम क्या नया कुछ दे सकते हैं. तो that was an attempt for me, and we are none of us are gurus. Rather, Twitter में हम लोग तो फुरू करके ही उड़ाया जाता है, मजाक उड़ाया जाता है. And I'm proud that I'm a trainer here. I'm proud that I'm a teacher here. I'm proud of my profession. But see, what teachers normally do, we arbitrage our experience. Over the last so many decades, we have been into the market. Our learning curve was not short. It was quite long. It was quite costly as well. So right now, younger generations, my best wishes to you. अगर आपको अच्छा लगे तो you are always there. You just DM me on Twitter. Many of you have my phone number. You WhatsApp me. I'm always there with you. That's the fun. We learn together. We grow.
That is what I keep telling everybody, that आप उन ट्रोल्स को मत देखिए, आप लोगों को मत देखिए जो आपके कमेंट्स में डालते हैं, because I work with a lot of traders, investors, and this thing hits them a lot, that we are doing so good work but still get trolled. ऐसे आप उन 90% लोग को देखिए जो are actually helped by you, and there's no harm in the trainer, because आप कितने लोगों का learning का बहुत छोटा कर दे रहे हैं. There's this good friend of mine, मैं अभी नाम नहीं लेना चाहूंगा, but I mean it's fine because Vishal Mehta, he's also a good trainer, he's a CMT, right?
Yeah, obviously.
And he said, he tweeted about this yesterday night, that if this helps everybody, चाहे वो एक जन का भी help हो जाए, then it is a great help. Being a trainer gives him pride कि मैं कितने लोगों का learning, जो exactly आप बोल रहे थे कि बहुत गलतियां करके आप लोगों ने सीखी हैं, और probably people can make use of this by learning from you guys directly rather than खुद से कितनी गलती करके सीखेंगे, टाइम भी लगता है,
Again,
energy
I
भी
repeat,
लगता है।
we are knowledge arbitrators. We had learned it earlier. We are throwing it back to you. You
Correct,
also
correct.
learn it from here. You ask me questions so that we can also perhaps grow in from here.
Exactly,
Okay,
exactly.
it was nice talking to you. I hope, and I
I'll just
just believe,
add Bijay
wish
to this. Bijay,
friends
if
there
you
on
are
the other
here,
side.
yes, Bijay is also here. आप unmute कर दीजिए एक बार अपना mic
Yes,
Bijay
yes,
पे आप.
yes, yes. So Gautam da, thank you. It was really a
Welcome.
nice session. मजा
हम्म,
आया. आई होप एवरीवन एंजॉयड इट. यहाँ पे क्या
हम्म.
ना सर दादा काफ़ी सारा रिक्वेस्ट आता रहता है टू मेक टू प्रोवाइड द रिकॉर्डिंग. बट क्या है ना
हम्म.
दादा, लेट अस बी वेरी क्लियर कि रिकॉर्डिंग होने से क्या होता है ना, थिंग्स गेट डाइल्यूटेड कि वी फील वी कैन गो एंड सी वेन एवर यू वांट टू सी. दैट्स व्हाई वी हैव
No,
मेड इट
you
श्योर.
keep it in YouTube. Keep it in YouTube. That itself is a quite a good place. I don't
या
mind. I've got no issues on that. You keep it on YouTube. It
या
will be a good
ओके ओके
promotion as for you all.
या तो
Okay, that's
ओके
oh,
दादा, वी विल डिस्कस बिटवीन आवरसेल्व्स एंड बाकी जन से भी वी नीड टू टेक द परमिशन बिफोर कीपिंग इट ऑन द यूट्यूब, बिकॉज आपको ही पता देन द थिंग्स गेट मिसयूज्ड एंड ऑल दोस थिंग्स स्टफ्स हैपेंस. तो दैट्स व्हाई
okay.
वी डोंट कीप इट एनीवेयर, नेदर प्रमोट एनीथिंग. कि एक सेशन हुआ, वी एंजॉयड अ लॉट, वी लर्नड अ लॉट, and now we
Fine.
move to next session. And before you go, let me
Hmm.
tell all the audience कि गौतम दा का काफ़ी एक अच्छा वेबसाइट है chartvideo.com बोल के. इफ़ यू आर अ जेन्युइन टेक्निकल लर्नर, आपको वो साइट पे जाना चाहिए. देयर आर फ्यू कोर्सेज विच आर वेरी गुड. वहाँ पे बहुत सारा चीज़ आपको सीखने के लिए मिलेगी. मैं भी उसमें सब्सक्राइबर हूँ एक, और आई एम ऑल्सो लर्निंग many things from those courses. So please join. You will like it a lot.
Now, there's a full-time course as well, which is the details has been given in the pin to it. You can go and check it there also.
Yeah.
And I've pinned
Okay.
Gautam Da का Twitter handle on the screen right now. आप लोगों को गौतम दा का Twitter handle screen पे दिख रहा होगा. Please go and show some love. Just a thank you message would be great from my end as well. अगर आप सभी जाके Gautam_ICM, obviously आप जानते ही होंगे, everybody knows it, but I've still pinned it here. And गौतम दा का website का नाम एक बार वापस से सर आप रिपीट कर दे तो लोग पूछ रहे हैं कि क्या वेबसाइट है. So they would be happy to go there and check it out. Please सर का ट्विटर
Just
भर दीजिए थैंक यू मैसेजेस से. और मैं सर का स्क्रीन ऐड कर रहा हूँ जहाँ पे वो अपना दिखा टाइपिंग इट आउट सो दैट आप लोग आसानी से देख सकें. दिस इज द वेबसाइट एंड द बुक दैट दादा हैड सजेस्टेड. आपकी स्क्रीन पे अभी दिख रहा होगा आप लोगों को. एंड यू कैन चेक हिज पिन ट्वीट ऑन ट्विटर एज वेल करेक्टली. So yeah, Gautam_ICMA जाइए, you get all the details. Thank you so much Gautam da for doing this. Thank you so much Bijay da for
it was
leading
nice.
this.
Thanks a lot for inviting me.
Thank you so
Our,
much.
Okay.
our pleasure, Dada. Take care and enjoy the holiday. We have one more holiday.
Okay.
So
Yeah, we have
let's
one more.
one more holiday. And after that, we will be having holiday around Durga Puja. So it will.
I was telling दादा ये पहला है जिसमें हम तीनों कैलकाटा वाले हैं. So हाँ.
Yeah, we all are from Calcutta.
बारिश
And
हो
we
जाए
are
तो
trying.
उतने ही मिलेंगे हम लोग. बहुत अगल बगल ही रहते हैं.
एकदम.
And we are trying to take the Don of Calcutta also. I am talking with him. Whenever he is available, he will also take a session. So let's wait
Okay.
for it. Yeah. Chali Rara, thank you. Thanks a lot.
Welcome. Bye.
Yeah.
Cheers.